All right, welcome back to another video. Lex Gray here. This will be another surprise, surprise, Grimdark Future Firefight skirmish match. Now, little different. First off, I think this is the most, or at least one of the most figures I've used on my channel so far. I have 12 minis per team, and we are going to be introducing a new set of minis I got today, and then those will be I believe they're called Kabalites. They are from Warhammer 40K. I'm not too familiar with them. They were just on sale. And they will be up against the typical Space Marines. So the objective of this game will not be just to slay, but it will be to capture a Nuka-Cola cap that is on the field. Now, this Nuka-Cola cap will be in this dead center of the field, and whoever picks up, whichever mini picks up, will have the cap. It doesn't give them any perks or any extra defense or attack bonus. It just, they have it. And they have to hold on to it until the very end of the round, which then they accumulate 2 points. Actually, 5 points. Now, kills, like my last video, will accumulate 1 point. So not just going for the objective, but actually killing the other opponents gives you a point. Now, as usual, all of these minis have stats, and there are 3 units per team. Let's go to the field, and I will introduce each unit. So the Kabalite team will be the blue dice, and the Space Marines will be the red dice. They're kind of off camera here. We will deploy them at the start of this video. So here's the Nuka-Cola cap near this tree, and we're using my entire table this time. I'm not using a mat. So these 5 right here, which we will deploy now, I'll introduce as I deploy them. They are the one of 2 units that are just simply warriors. There's 5 of them. These guys have a quality of 5 plus, a defense of 5 plus, and an 18-inch rifle with a attack 2. And of course, as all minis do, they have melee in some fashion. Here is the second unit, party 5, that are just warriors with the same stats. Again, none of these units have any toughness at all. Actually, none of the participants in this match will have toughness. These are all grunts. There's no champion. Okay, the third unit is a party of 2. These are heavy gunners. These guys have 4 plus for both quality and defense. They have 12-inch blasters, AP2. They can only fire 12 inches away, but armor piercing is very deadly at 2. Okay, next is the Space Marines. The first party are the supports. They are all around, so they have a pistol and a chainsaw, so they're good for melee and at least short-range fire. Let me get them in spot here, just within 9 inches off the edge. Their quality and defense is 5 plus, similar to the warriors on this side. The next unit of 4 will be the gunners. These guys have just one weapon, and that is the assault rifle. They can attack 2 for that. And their quality defense is 4 plus for quality, 5 plus for the defense. Now, here are the last unit for the Space Marines. We have the specialists. These guys are the big gunners, so I might refer to them as the heavies, the big gunners, the specialists. But at the moment, I have them labeled as the specialists. They're 4 plus for both quality defense, and they have a 12-inch blaster array, which is armor piercing 1, which is a mistake on my part. It's actually supposed to be armor piercing 2. So let me fix that really quick. So basically, I believe that's balanced enough. There are 2 of these warrior units, while each of these units to the Space Marines are slightly different. Okay, so we have our parties deployed, and we're officially ready to begin. Let's roll the opening. Let's do the opening roll off to see who goes first in round 1, like so. Round 1, and again, they have to go for that Nuka-Cola cap and capture it. Kind of like capture the flag, except there's only one flag. So we'll do blue and red. Blue is for the Kabalites, and red is for the Space Marines. Looks like the Kabalites will go first, so I'll put this on their side. And let's move our first Kabalite. Let's move the ones who are closest to the Nuka-Cola cap, and we'll move up to 6 inches here. So we'll move the heavy gunners first, like so. Okay, and that will be their move. They have a blast radius of a shoot radius of 12 inches, so no one is in sight. We'll give them the green token, the top side. Okay, now let's go to Space Marines. Let's move the supporters. They will go 6 inches up here, like so. These guys, whoops, he does some break dancing, and then that's it for him. Jeez. Yeah, that works. All right. Okay. Now, can they shoot at anybody? Let's see. So the supporters have 12-inch pistols, so they definitely cannot shoot at anybody just yet. But they have done their part, and we'll give them an activation token. Now back to the Kabalites. Let's move one of those gunners, or those warriors. So we'll move these guys. Let's move these ones up a bit, like so. Okay. Now the gunners, the warriors, they have a range of 18 inches. Are those supports in range to fire? Uh, Barely. I'd say the tip of the gun is. So let's say we'll let these guys shoot at the Space Marines, the supports over here. So that's gonna be 5 dice. But the Warriors have an A2, so that's gonna be 10 total dice. So I'm gonna grab 10 dice here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's grab our tray so these don't go flying everywhere on the table. So again, they're firing at the supports. Here we go. Their target is 5 up, so not the best, but it looks like we got a few in. So we'll take out the ones that did not hit. And it appears that we have 4 that went through, which is acceptable. We'll do some saves for the supporters. Now the supporters have a save of 5 plus. Okay, 5 plus looks like 2 saves, but another 2 go through. So we have to remove 2 of these. So with 2 removed, that's 2 points for the blue team, the Kabalites. There we go. Okay, not bad start at all. And they have gone. So back to the Space Marines. Let's move obviously these guys here who are the gunners. We'll move them up 6 inches. That will be just up to here. Like so. Within 1 inch coherency. Okay. Now, can they shoot? The gunners have an 18-inch range, which is the highest for this match, the longest distance. They indeed can hit, but there is an obstacle in the way. There is this tree. So can at least one of these units see past that? And that's a yes. So this will be the gunners have a quality of 4 plus, and their assault rifles too. So that's 4 times 2 is 8. So we roll 8 dice. Let's use the red dice for this, guys. Grabbing the red dice. We have these here. Here we go for the shot. We're shooting at these 2 right here. And 4 up, so we have, looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So gotta roll 4 saves. And the gunners, the heavy gunners, have a save of 4 plus. Looks like that was not the best of a roll. So we have 1 save, which means 3. And so one of these gunners gets removed. That's a point for the red team. And now that's going to be, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3 wounds. So he takes 3 wounds. And now we got to do a wound check. So actually, that's the wrong dice. So I have to use these ones here. I do that too often. And let's see if he'll be able to survive this. 6 or more, so the roll +3. He is out, which is unfortunate because he is the heaviest gunner on that team with the armor piercing too. Okay, so he's out, which means that's another kill for the red team. So they're tied. The game is tied at the moment, so we'll remove that. Okay, putting these guys in the graveyard off camera, and they have gone. So now back to the Kabalites, the blue team. We're going to move the other ones, obviously, within range. So let's put them here, basically side by side with their allies. Let's see if they can actually get a good sight line. I'm moving right onto the tree here. There we go. Let's move the top here so you guys can see it. There we go. Okay. They are in range, or at least they have a line of sight, but are they within range? So these guys have an 18-inch rifle, and unfortunately, they're not within range. They're not. So that's all they can do for now. I'll put that there. The remaining unit is the specialists. These guys will move up to that new cola cap, of course, and go right here, like so. Okay. Now their range is 12 inches, which none of the other Kabalites are in range to do so, to shoot at. So we'll give that. Okay, well, no one has captured the cola cap, as expected, 6 inches moving per figure. But obviously the game is tied with 2 losses on both ends. Okay, that's it for round 1. Let's move on to round 2. Okay, round 2 starts. We'll do a roll off to see who goes first. Okay. Oh, it's a tie, so we'll do it again. Okay, blue team goes first, so they'll be on their side. Okay, so blue team needs to get close to that Nuka-Cola cap. They're going to make their way to there, behind this bush. So, all right. Okay. Now, are they within range to shoot, these warriors? Let's see. 18 inches of range. I believe they are. Oh, yeah, they're well within range to shoot. Okay, they have line of sight too. So there's 2 more of these Space Marines left. So we're going to roll 5 times 2, which is going to be 10 dice. For okay, here we go. They're going for 5 up. So we have 1, 2. Only 2 shots went through. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll do 2 saves for the Space Marines. They're going for the. These are supports, so that's 5 plus in the saves. 1 goes through, which means 1 gets removed. That's a kill for the blue team, so they're up at 3 points now. All right, so that means these guys have gone. Now back to the Kabalite team, or the Space Marines. Now, let's move the gunners 6 inches. I'll be right to here. They are so darn close, right there, but they're not yet on top of it. They actually have to be on top of it, not within 3 inches to capture it. That's how serious I'm making this game. Okay, but they're obviously within range to fire at the Kabalites that are right over here. So that's 4 shots total, but they have an A2 with their assault rifles. So let's give them 8 dice. So 8 red dice. And then we'll roll for it. We're looking for 4 plus. Let's see. These two, this one here. Okay, so I might as well just split the dice up in trays. There we go. Blue, red dice. All right, good. So three go through at these guys. We're shooting for them. So we got to do three saves. The Warriors have a save of five, and none of those go through. So three get destroyed. I will remove the ones in the back. There we go. That's 3 points for the blue team, red team. 1, 2, 3, 5 points total. Red's in the lead, 5-3. Okay, so that's all these guys can do. Now back to the Warriors, to the Kabalite team. We're gonna move up these guys 6 inches. They will go up to here. They're trying to get up there as quick as they can. There we go. I'll put this tree head back on. There we go. Okay, so that's all they can do for moving. Now, can they shoot? Yes, they can. And are they within range? 18 inches. Of course they are. So we have five, which means we have 10 dice total. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be a roll of 5 plus. Okay, so 5 plus, we have another, man, not so good roll. We have 3 dice go through. We need 3 saves for the gunners. They have 5 plus in the saves. 2 go through, so 2 get removed. That's 2 points for the blue team. Now the game is tied once again. Okay, that goes back to the Space Marines. Now, these guys will go up around this bush here. Let's move this over a bit. Okay, and let's see. Can you guys see it on the camera? Yes, you can. All right. All right, so they're going to shoot obviously at the 5 warriors there. These are the big guys, the specialists. They have a 12-inch. Oh, can they actually hit? Yes, they can. This will be armor piercing of 2, so 4 plus. This is definitely a very strong. They got some strong, powerful guns here. So 4 dice with 4 plus. 2 goes through. Okay, 2 saves required for the warriors. Looking at armor piercing of 2, which means they need to roll. Oh my gosh, that is not fair at all. So my mistake. Looks like arm piercing. The 5 save would mean they have to roll a 7, which is impossible. So I'm going to lower the AP for everybody to 1. So I'm doing a very quick modification here to the rules or to my stats. I lowered all active armor piercing weapons to 1. Okay, so that's 1 armor piercing, which means the warriors need a 6 plus on this roll to save. And that's nothing. There's no saves. All right, so 2 go down. I'll remove these 2. That's 2 more points for the Space Marines. Okay, next up we have the remaining, the lone soldier right there, support. He's obviously going to go around the bush, so he needs to move 3 inches, like so, and then another 3 right there. So he will open fire. Can he fire actually? 12 inches in range. He can. Okay, he's going to fire at the 2 warriors here, and he has A2 for his rifle, 5 plus on the roll, and none of them go through. That's all he can do. Alrighty, that's it for round 2. No one has captured it, but I have a feeling it's going to be a certain Space Marine that will capture it. Okay, on to round 3. Opening roll. So let's do round 3. Who goes first? All right. Okay, red team goes first. That will be the Space Marines, as I expected. So this is their first go. Now, let's see here. We have a couple possibilities. We can capture the Nuka-Cola cap, which I think we will do. I will capture it with one of those gunners. So he'll move here, capture it, and we will move back like so. So we're kind of going back and forth. And they will also shoot at these 2 warriors here. They're well within range. This will be A2 per gun. So we have 4 dice to roll with 4 plus. Looks like a couple did go through. Two saves for the Warriors at a 5 plus. One of them goes through. So one gets removed. That is going to be another point for the red team. Okay. So Space Marines have the cola cap, but it is not going to tally up until the end of the round. So whoever has the cap at the end gets the 5 points. Sorry, 5 points for the Nuka Cola cap. All right. So obviously the Warriors are going to uh, rush in there. Now, a couple of things I don't do too often is the other types of moves in this game. You can advance or you can rush and a charge. So you can rush, but you can't. Probably should have done rush. I completely forgot about that for these guys, for any of them actually. So my fault. I completely forgot about the rush technique. You can't shoot. Anyways, charge, move in the melee. So let's do a charge with. Let's see who just went. These guys just went. There we go. Okay, let's do a charge for this lonely warrior here. He's going to charge in melee. Still got to touch the bases there. Okay, so this will be melee. We'll be doing one dice, 5 up. That's a hit. Okay, so we got to roll for a save. For the support or for the gunner, 5 up. Oh, he failed, which means it goes through. He takes a wound. Interesting. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's remove. This is a unit, so it removes one model. That's a point for the blue team. We'll move that over here, and then we got back off a bit. There is the option for the opponent to fight back, but I will not do that for now. Okay, now back to the Space Marines. This Space Marine will charge in melee. This will be, he is going, oh yeah, that's right. This is our first melee weapon stat being used for support. He has a chainsaw armor piercing of 1. So we have a 5 plus. That is a fail. He's not able to get in, so we gotta back him up a bit. Okay, that's all he can do. All right, we have the gunners. They are going to charge. Might as well make them charge because I failed to consider that in the beginning. So they will all charge this guy right here and attack. That's gonna be a heck of a hit. All right, so we have 3 dice. They're charging in for melee, and they gotta roll 5 plus for these 3 dice. 5 plus, one goes through. They do one save. This gunner has a save of 5 plus. That's a save, so he's good to go. He does not get damaged, does not lose his cola cap. So I gotta back these guys up a bit, and I will give them their chip there. Okay, now the last move goes to these Space Marines down here, the specialists. They're going to pop out the corner and shoot, because that is their most powerful weapon, at these 3 warriors here. So this will be 3 dice going for armor piercing at 1, 4 plus the roll. One of them goes through. And we need one save, armor piercing of 1. So the warriors have 5, and he needs a 6 to save. Oh my gosh, that's out. Okay, so one gets removed. Another point for the red team. All right, not bad. They're in the lead. Looks like we're at 9-6. Okay, that's it for this round. And look who has the cap. The blue team has the cap. Sorry, the Space Marines, the red team. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. That is 14-6. Well, I doubt the Kabalites can catch up, but this is going to be 4 rounds, so let's go with it. Let's keep going. Okay, we are round 4. Let's do our roll off to see who goes first. Okay, so the Kabalites go first. I'll give them on this side. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to combine this unit and surround melee this gunner here with the cap. So 3 dice, like so. This will be We have three warriors, 5 up on the roll. Oh my gosh, they all go through. Okay, so whoever kills, I will give the cap over to the one who takes the kill. Okay, so this will be 3 saves required. This is a gunner. He has 5+, 5 up. Okay, only one goes through, or two go through, so it's 1 save. So he takes 2 wounds. Okay, now we gotta roll for a wound check. Can he survive this? This is gonna be a roll +3, +2. Oh, that's 4, so he's shaken. He cannot get the objective, which means the cap goes to the one who got the, well, who won the attack there. Okay, so kind of fudging the rules there, but let's put that green cap there. Okay, so he cannot do anything. He's out for the rest of the game practically. Now we move on to the Space Marines. This one here will charge in for melee and attack. That is a support, so he has armor piercing a 1, 5 up on this roll. That's a fail. Okay, so he has gone. He cannot do anything, so we'll wait till the last moment. We have these guys here. They got to do something, so they're going to rush in for melee and attack from behind. It's getting a little congested here, but that's part of the idea. So now we got 4 dice to roll. There we go. Color coordination. And this will be the specialist 4 up on this roll. 1 goes through. Wow, expecting more than that. Okay, we need 1 save, and the save is going to be 5 up. That's a fail. So basically, it's my choice. I remove this one, which is a point for the red team, but that's all they can do. So at the end of the round, he gets reacted. We have to do a, yeah, he can't do anything. He just has to reactivate, but that's the cost of his turn. And that's it for the game. I'm actually curious what happens. Let's keep going. I'm going to break the norm here and keep going. So that's it for round 4. Let's keep pushing through. Okay, we're moving on to round 5. We're going to push this game a little longer. Oh, and that's right. We got to tally the points. The Okay, so we have to tally up the points for the wielder of the Nuka-Cola cap. So this will be the warriors, the Kabalites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So currently it is 11-15. Red team is still in the lead, so Space Marines are still in the lead. Okay, well, it could be an upset. Let's keep going. Round 5, we'll do a roll off to see who goes first. It's going to be the Space Marines. Okay, let's see here. Let's combine these two guys here. So, actually, I can't. They're different types. You could, but they're different types. That's going to be a little confusing to me, my puny brain. Let's just have this guy here continue meleeing. I should have backed him up. So technically, you're supposed to back up, and then he can go back in. So I'm going to attack with him. He has his powerful melee weapon. This will be the red dice with the chainsaw armor piercing a 1, so 5 up. That's a fail. Okay. So back to the Kabalites. All right, they're going to move back 6 inches. So let's move them back to here, like so. Okay, that's about 6 inches. Yep. And they're going to fire at, let's choose this guy here. Oh, actually, no, let's choose him. He's the weakest. So this is going to be 4 dice total, 5 up on the roll. 1 goes through. Okay, we need 1 save. The support, or no, that's a gunner. He has a 5 up save. Armor piercing. No, no armor piercing. That is a save. He's good. Okay, so he's safe. All right, so that means they've gone. Okay, now let's go to him. He needs to, let's see. He's going to rush in. He's going to charge. Try to get that cap. like so. And that's going to be a gunner. So he will roll one attack die and going for 4 up. That's a fail. So he's done his part. Okay, so these guys will charge in like so. And I'll move this chip out of the way. This token out of the way here. We'll move this over here. Oh yeah, we got to back him up too. All right, like so. There we go. Okay, the specialists are attacking with melee, so it's gonna be 4 up. Looks like 2 gone through. Saves. We need to roll 5 up. 1 goes through, which means one of these guys gets removed. The remaining Kabalite, it's another point for the red team, but he still has the chip. So these guys have gone, and that's it for round 5. And that means another 5 points for the Kabalites. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is tied. It is actually tied. I'm surprised. This is magnificent. So I'm going to keep going just because of that fact. I wonder if we can actually turn this around. Look at these guys. Space Marines are surrounding the remaining lonely Kabalite, and he is just running, backing up. Okay, let's move on to round 6. Okay, we're going overboard with these rounds, but round 6. Let's roll up to see who goes first. Oh, tie. Let's re-roll. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Space Marines go first. All right. Well, oh yeah, we got to back these guys up. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so this guy here will charge in and melee. That is a gunner, so he has 4 up on this roll. That's a hit. We need to save from the Warriors. 5 up. Oh, that's just, oh my, I cannot believe this. He's actually making it. That's a save. Okay. The He'll keep backing up here, about 6 inches or so, like that, and fire at the gunner there. This will be 2 dice, 5 up. That's a fail, so he's getting desperate, backing up as much as he can, but to no avail. Okay, so the, yep, so, oopsie, sorry about that. The support will rush in, charge, and attack him. This will be armor piercing of 1, so 4 up. That's a fail. This guy's very, very lucky. Okay, these remaining 4 will pop out the corner here and shoot. At this point, well, no, they got to get in there for melee, so they're going to charge. We got to back him up a little bit and charge this guy there. There we go. Yeah, it's going to get off the table at this point. So I hope you guys can see that. All right, we have 4 dice to roll. He's not even wounded either. That's crazy how long this is lasting. Specialist rolling 4 up for melee. Most of them go through, so we need 3 saves. Okay, here we go. We're only 3 saves. We need 5 up. None go through. Ooh, that hurts. That's 3 wounds. So we got to roll a wound check here. These guys have gone. This could be it for him. He's done his best. But let's roll for that 1d6 plus 3. 5, 6, 7. He's out. And that means a couple of things happen here. So a point for the kill. And then the cap goes to the one who got the kill, and that's this unit here, which means that's 5 points for the red team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's our total numbers at the end of round 6. The game is over. The Space Marines, by a very surprisingly longer than 4 round game. We have the red team has 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 points. The blue team has 5, 10, 15, 16 points. 22 to 16. The Space Marines are victorious and they get the cap at the very last kill. Wow. Okay, that was quite a bit. I do like how I had more room this time on the table. Um, I feel like the stats were balanced enough. I really gotta learn the point system. I don't use it. I just kind of make the stuff up as I go. I try to balance it out with the stats and the weapons, but yeah, the Space Marines had more variety, even though the minis were equal in amount. But anyways, still though, the Kabalites lasted longer than expected. At the same time, Space Marines just had overwhelming power. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this slightly different game, kind of like Capture the Flag mixed with Oddball from Halo 3. But yeah, this was indeed fun, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. So, as always, till next time, thanks for watching.